Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 17 of What If Naruto Was the Otsutsuki King. Remember to get this on the 300 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also stay in tune for the rest of the What Ifs coming your way. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto was from the two greatest clans. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And over on Anime King, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Pushed Himself to His Limit. So stay tuned for that and I do hope that you guys enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So the last time we left off, Amara got caught by another Otsutsuki as she was going through the books because of some other powerful techniques that only the king could use. As the man wanted to turn her in, saying that she shouldn't be in this place. But before he could do anything, black rods tear through his chest. As Ishiki was the one that did that. As he told her to be careful. This time he will go to Earth. He will see the kid. Because he wanted to meet his nephew after all. We then skip to Earth as Naruto was currently in a council meeting as they found it shocking that Naruto was able to kill Orochimaru and destroy the Hidden Sound. As Naruto showed them a view in their mind. Inoichi Yamanaka was shocked as he wondered how did the boy do that. As Naruto told him that he has the ability to send images to other minds. And also, he showed off his Mokitan, shocking them even more as Tsunade was confused as hell. Seeing that most of them already know that Naruto is not a Uzumaki because they were there when Kushina and Minato found him. As Naruto was furious at Homura and Koharu, as Jiraiya had to step in before the boy do anything, noticing that the ground started to freeze at his feet because he was getting angry. As the group was even more shocked to see that he has a Hayatan. As Tsunade told Naruto that he could leave now, as they begin their discussion. Later on, Naruto came back to Tsunade, as they talk about Karen and everything. As Naruto went to visit Anko, as he was attacked by Anko and Yujiro, who wanted to test him, but neither of them could outclass him because when they thought they got him, there was a spinning stone behind their head covered with wind chakra, one simple flick of his wrist and it tear right through their skull. As Anko hugged him and thanked him for what he did for her after he explained that he was the one who destroyed Orochimaru's soul so his soul fragment will come out from the curse mark. Anko was beyond grateful, seeing that for her entire life people had looked down on her because she was somehow a part of that man. As she started to tease Yujiro, telling Naruto that Yujiro always lighted up when she called his name. As the both of them started to tease her until she got pissed and walked away. Naruto brought Karin and Mito to a large compound that Minato used to live in with Kushina. As Naruto decided it was time, seeing that he found a letter from Minato that he wrote, one for himself and one for Mito. Naruto gave it to her. After a few minutes, Mito was crying. As Naruto went in there to comfort her as she hugged her bigger brother. As she just told him that it gave her more strife to become Hokage and become even a better Hokage than her father and live up to the ranks, live up to his name. As Karin felt strange. This was the first time she felt so home. As Mito walked over and hugged her as well. As Mito told Naruto to get Sasuke as she was going to cook. Naruto then felt something strange as the both of them left. He had to jump away as a space-time portal appeared, but he fell into another one. So yeah guys, that was basically the last point left off. You guys can switch across to the place and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say we begin this new episode? Naruto landed on Crystal. Looking around, the entire place was made from crystal. Trees. Everything. Even the mountains crystal. That's all he could see around him. He heard something as Naruto twisted out of the way as a black rod passed him. He then turned around as he brought up his hand in defense. A fist smashed straight into his hand with so much force, the ground buckled and broke under the strain. As Naruto wondered, who the hell is this? Despite going up against Orochimaru or Kisame, he has never felt such strength before. As the person was wearing a white hood, the person brought his leg up to kick Naruto, but Naruto jumped away. Seeing that, the person simply smiled. Naruto then felt something, but he couldn't see it, he felt it. He quickly twisted his body. The moment he did that, several black rods just appeared out of nowhere. With a force, Naruto sent all of them flying away from him. "Who are you?" Naruto asks. The person smiled. "I can see that your skills are up there, but you'll have to do a lot better than that if you're going to face off against him. Much better." The person blurred away with pure speed. Naruto felt something behind him as he ducked, as a feet cleave over his head. Bringing up his hand, he was about to grab the leg, but he sensed one of those black rods again as he jumped away. The black rod sprint up where his hand was. The moment Naruto landed, he sensed something behind him. With another force of power, all of that was blown away. Looking around, the person landed. The person raised his hand up. Naruto quickly raised his hand and released another force as several black rods were blown away. "I can't see them, but I can sense them," Naruto said. "I wonder." The veins popped up at his eyes as his golden Rinnegan activated. The man raised his hand one more time. As Naruto saw them, they were small, shrink. It seemed like he was able to shrink objects somehow. As Naruto created several black rods of his own and thrust them towards the opponent. The black rods became encased in lightning, enhancing their speed, adding wind chakra to it. They tear through the air. They reached the man in a couple of seconds, but the man created a long black staff as he knocked all of them away with speed and agility. He dashed towards Naruto and brought his staff down. Naruto jumped away as the staff cracked the ground. He thrust his staff towards Naruto as Naruto flipped back and raised his hand as a giant Rasen Shuriken appeared. He thrust it down towards the man. The man raised his hand up in the air as the jutsu started to be absorbed, surprising Naruto a bit. Naruto landed on the ground as he slammed his hand downwards. Several trees break from the ground as they dashed towards the man. The man slammed his hand down as a rock stone formation started to break apart, creating a rock golem. The rock golem raised his hand and slammed them together that created a force that blew away the trees. The rock golem then rushed towards Naruto. The thing jumped up in the air, jumping down to clobber Naruto. Naruto enhanced his fist with pure chakra as it became golden. Dodging out of the rock golem fist, Naruto smashed his fist right into the rock golem's stomach. The thing exploded. Naruto then had to dodge a swipe from the man's staff that nearly took off his head. Naruto flipping away. As Naruto raised his hand up in the air, several black rods were created, purring with pure electricity and wind chakra on them. Naruto sent them all out in different directions. The man weaved back as one of them sliced his coat, nearly taking off his arm. "You are powerful," he said. "Even though I can sense that you're holding back. Because you're curious to who I am. Well, I guess that is enough of a test." The man then stopped as Naruto felt the man's guard completely vanish. "Who are you?" Naruto asked. "Well, you can say I'm family." The man took off his hood as Naruto saw the man had a horn that went around his head. One of his eyes was a golden color like a wheel. It then returned back to normal as he now had two Byakugan eyes. He looked at Naruto with a smile on his face. Same white skin just like Amara. "Are you a Otsutsuki as well?" Naruto asked. "Yes. My name is Ishiki Otsutsuki. Amara told me about your meeting with her. So you know her as well," Naruto said. "Yes, I was the one who was supposed to come down here, but she took my place. But I'm here now, he said as he stepped forward. I believe you know of Kaguya. Yes. My so-called mother. Yes, Amara told me that she cannot find her anywhere on this planet, even in her dimensions. I believe something terrible happened to her. Judging from his tone, Naruto could tell that this person was close to Kaguya or something. So he wouldn't tell him that there's a way to bring her back. He wouldn't tell him anything about the ceiling. What do you know of her? Naruto asked. Well, she's my sister. And exactly as he thought, he was right. They were close. Brother and sister. Wait, if she's your sister, does that mean... Yes. I'm your family. I'm your uncle. Why are you here? Naruto asked him. Harsh tone. But I suppose you must be feeling a bit strange, meeting your long-lost uncle after all this time, not knowing your true heritage. But believe me, young king, why do you call me that? That woman was calling me the same thing. It's because you are. There is only one that will take the throne. And if you're not ready, you might end up losing even more than the throne. What is that supposed to mean? You have a competition. Someone that is also there to take the throne. And if they get rid of you, they will become in charge and have everything that they wanted. And the only way to do that is by killing you, getting rid of you completely, to annihilate your soul. And this person I'm talking about is vengeful. They want you gone. They hate you with everything they got. So trust me when I say, young king, there's a lot that you don't know. And there's a lot that you need to know. But for now, you need to become stronger. You have limiters on, I can feel it. Why is that? Naruto narrowed his eyes as he decided to answer the man's question, seeing that this man might know a lot about him and he wanted information. On this world, people fear power because they believe that it will corrupt the balance. If I go around showing all of my power, it will be detrimental for my village. Well, not that I really care about anything about that, but for someone I care about a lot. I see, said Ishiki. But soon enough you have to remove those, because there is no way you can fight him in this state. Because, compared to what I just showed you, he is a lot, and I mean a lot stronger than that. Not even I can take him at my full peak. But you're the only one who can handle him, and you're the only one who will be able to stop him, because he's coming after you. And where is this person exactly? Don't worry. Because of us, he hasn't found anything about you yet. And we will keep it that way. We will try our best until you're ready. But soon enough, things will get out of hand. And if he does find a lock on your location, he will be here. Ishiki looked up in the sky. I'm afraid I can't stay here for too long. He then raised his hand towards Naruto. Naruto took a step, ready for anything. Don't worry. It is knowledge. Feeling nothing dangerous, the blue beam hit Naruto. As Naruto felt something jolt through his mind. It was information about abilities. What are these? Naruto asked. Things that will help you in the future. They will be of great help. Only you can possess these abilities. I suggest learn them. And be ready because the time will come soon. I will be returning to inform you about more things. But for now, I can't stay for too long. He then raised his hands, another portal opened up. That is your way home, he said. He then looked back up in the sky. I must go. It was nice seeing you. And with that he vanished. Naruto stood there. As these images, things, it was a book. It was like a mental copy of the things that he had in his mind. He sent to him. As Naruto could see all kind of abilities. Was this even possible? These things were supposed to be done by deities, gods. That is what the ninja world will call it today. But these abilities make it seem like he was a god himself. Shaking his head, he stepped back through the portal, deactivating his eyes. As he arrived back in his room, the portal closed behind him. As Naruto could hear Mito and Karin in the kitchen. Naruto sighed as he decided to go over this information. There was a lot of it. Time skip. A week later, we begin this episode at Hidden Stone. Currently, Oniki was in his office as he was going through some paperwork. As he sighed to himself. Paperwork. A thing that all Kages hated. Something that they resented so bad. As there was a lot of it that made him hate it even more. Meanwhile at the gate, 2 stone ninjas were there, guarding. They saw someone walking towards the gate. They were completely surprised when they saw the headband. Konoha? Konoha and the stone were not on good levels, not on good terms in any way. Seeing that Minato Namikaze decimated them in the 3rd Great Ninja War. So, for a Konoha ninja to be coming here, it is rather strange. The 2 men waited until the man got close enough, and they look, it was just a young kid, as he had bright red hair and golden eyes. What are you doing here, Konoha ninja? One of the men said his name was Keo. His father died in the 3rd Great Ninja War by Minato, so seeing a Konoha ninja step near to their village, it was just making his blood boil. Keo, said Aizan, the next man beside him, as Keo glared at the boy in front of him. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I am from Konoha, as you can see. And I also have something that you might find interesting. You see, Minato Namikaze was my father. Keio's eyes went wide as a pure, raw anger felt from the man. The man glared at Naruto with so much hate. It seems you stone ninja have something against my father, and in a result, me. So I came here to make sure you ungrateful crap know your place. Keio lunged forward as he didn't want to hear anything else. But Naruto swift past the man, and he stomped his foot on the ground at least 3 times. Keio was shocked when he landed and the ground around him started to light up. His eyes went wide before a boom. Many explosive tags went off, ripping his body to pieces. Aizan was sent flying away because of the explosion. With that, Naruto took inside of the village. A few seconds later, some of the ninjas arrived as he rushed over to Aizan. One of the men rushed over. Aizan, what happened? As a girl was with him. She looked down at Aizan. As he looked up, Konoha ninja attacking as he passed out. The girl's eyes flaring with pure unbridled rage hearing that. How dare a Konoha ninja come here to attack? Meanwhile, Oniki was in his office when he heard massive explosions and screams. As he quickly went towards his window, opened it up, he looked outside to see his village was on fire. He then saw a kunai coming towards him. He tilted his head as a kunai passed right by him. Turning his head, he floated out of his office, looking down at the person. Who are you? Oniki said, looking at the person good, as he must be dreaming. No Konoha ninja would be daring enough to come and attack the hidden stone. You don't know me, Naruto asks. Look at my description. My name is going around now, so you really don't know me. Oniki took in the boy's features, as he remembered about the incident in the stone. Are you Naruto Uzumaki? He said. The one and only, said Naruto. Before I kill you, said Oniki, may I ask, why are you attacking my village? Well, before that, I want to tell you something. Did you know my father? His name was Minato Namikaze. Oniki was surprised by that, as he had no clue of this knowledge. He looked at Naruto with no more hatred. I heard that my father schooled you people in the 3rd Great Ninja War. Killed off most of your ninjas, your worthless, pathetic ninjas. Oniki clenched his fist as Naruto got surrounded by ninjas from all angles. As Oniki raised his hand, you must be quite stupid. Just because you destroy a small village at the sound, do you think you can come here and attack? Do you know what repercussion this will cause on your village? Are you that dumb? Oh, haven't you heard what I did to the hidden sound? I'm guessing you don't know the power I wield. Such as... Naruto simply raised his hand and pointed towards the hospital. Oniki's eyes went wide when the hospital exploded. Thousands of people were killed in that attack. as Oniki couldn't believe what he was seeing. I just thought I'll get rid of the scum that my father failed to defeat. He did point his hand towards the tower, as Oniki had to fly away as the tower exploded in pure flames, causing most of the ninjas to jump away. Oniki dashed towards him in pure speed, as he put his arm forward as a cylinder appeared, as he pointed straight towards Naruto, ready to disintegrate him to nothingness. But Naruto started to sink into the ground. Too late, old man, he said. As Naruto vanished before Oniki could release the attack, Oniki stopped, knowing that this would just cause more damage to its village. Hey old man, said a voice. As Oniki looked to see Kurarasaki's granddaughter rushed up to him. Did the bastard get away, she asked, looking around. He killed Keo. As Oniki clenched his fist, one of his long-time gate guards. Pure, unbridled rage came in Oniki's eyes, looking at all the mass destruction around. A distance away, Naruto emerged from the ground. Is it done? Said a voice. Naruto looked over with a smile as his body started to change into a white zetsu. Yes, it went perfectly fine, he said. And those explosive tags really make it look like I have some firepower. The 4 other white zetsus came from the ground. Well, we did plant them all over, but you didn't blow up all of them. Should we finish the rest? No, not now, Black Zetsu said. Let's just see how things go on from now. As he thought to himself, I warned you, but you still stood in my way. Don't worry, once Mother is here, you will have your freedom, but now, you're going to become a wanted man, Black Zetsu said to himself with a small smirk. 2 days later at Konoha, currently in Tsunade's office. What the hell? Said Tsunade. As she got the message from the stone, Jiraiya was currently in there. Jiraiya heard that something big happened at the stone, but the details were slim. Seeing that the old man was keeping that to himself, and with few people in there, they were sworn not to release the information. But he knew that something was going on as the stone went under lockdown, like they were planning for something big. Tsunade just got a letter as she was shocked. As Jiraiya took the letter and read it over, he placed it by her desk as he went to sit down. Anvu, Tsunade said, as Yujiyo appeared. Bring me Naruto Uzumaki. Now, she said in a serious tone. The Anvu nodded and flashed away. Moments later, Yujiyo appeared, as she was currently at Naruto's compound. Arriving at the gate, she knocked. She waited, as it was Mito who came to answer. Oh, hello Yujiyo. Can I help you with something? Mito asked. I'm here to see your brother. The Hokage has requested his presence immediately. Huh? Did something happen? I don't know, but she's quite angry. I'll go get him. As Mito rushed inside. A few minutes later, Naruto came out with that same emotionless look on his face that he couldn't even tell what he was thinking. What's up? Mito told me that you wanted to see me. It's not me, Hokage. She sounded really mad. Did you do something? Not that I have any knowledge of. As Naruto went off with her. Arriving at the door, Naruto could feel a malicious chakra. It was radiating off of the Hokage. He could feel it from outside. Pure, unbridled rage. Stepping inside, he looked unfazed though. As this doesn't bother him. He has been face to face with that tailed beast. So looking at her doesn't really trouble him. As he saw Jiraiya at the windowsill. Shikaku was also in the room. As Naruto looked at them, Tsunade looked at him with so much anger. I'm going to ask you this once. Just once. And I want a straight answer. Did you attack the hidden stone? Knowing that he did something like this before by attacking the stone, she couldn't put it over him. As Naruto looked at her confused. No, he said. Don't lie to me, said Tsunade. I'm not, he said in his calm tone. Jiraiya sighed, seeing the deck start to crack from Tsunade's weight that she was applying to it with her hands. Haim, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, she shouted at him. You read the letter, haven't you? Naruto looked confused as Shikaku noticed that. You have no idea what we're talking about, do you? As Naruto shook his head. The stone has declared war on us. War? And why is that, Naruto asked. Jiraiya walked over and gave Naruto the note. As Naruto read it over, It was a note from the Tishikage, as the man wrote it in a very angry tone, judging by all the capital letters. As he was writing it, not formal, but cursing a lot. As the man demanded Naruto's head, or there will be war, for attacking his village and killing hundreds of people. Naruto was confused as he looked towards Tsunade, who was just sending him the most harsh glare ever. After what he did to the sound without telling anyone, there is no way you can tell what he would do. As Naruto looked at her and sighed, "Look, I know you're angry because of this turnout, but I have nothing to do with this. I wasn't even at the hidden zone, and trust me, if I were to attack a place like that, why would I leave the man that can hunt me down alive? The first thing I would do is kill the Kage," Naruto said. Shikaku looked at Naruto because of the way he spoke those words. It sounded like something he could just easily do. "So they want my head," Naruto said. Bold move. But considering I have nothing to do with this, I kindly suggest that you tell them to screw off. "So, is that it?" "No, that's not it," said Tsunade, raising her tone high. "Don't you understand the situation? Hundreds of your people died in that explosion. You were seen there, causing that explosion. And you even spoke to Oniki in his face. He saw you with his own eyes. So tell me, if it wasn't you, then who was it?" she asked. Naruto started to think, as one thing clicked in his mind. That black creature, Zetsu was it, he thought to himself. So this is how he planned on making the world hate me, by attacking the hidden villages. But how did he manage to duplicate me? I wonder. It couldn't be any mere transformation. Oh, at the end of the fight my chakra was stolen. I wonder if he has a way to duplicate me by using my chakra. That would be a smart way. "I'm talking to you," said Tsunade, snapping Naruto from his thoughts. "Why are you just standing there? You haven't said anything in the past minute." "Because I have nothing to say. I didn't do this, and that's all." Shikaku sighed as this is turning out to be a real troublesome situation. They have 3 days to answer to the hidden stone, as Oniki was a rash, unpredictable man who was fueled by his vengeance of Minato. The word has even leaked that Naruto's Minato's son, a lot of enemies in the woodwork who are coming out. And not to mention he has a sister, Mito. A lot of enemies were springing up in the woodworks, knowing that Minato had offsprings. And there is a lot that will be coming, as Tsunade worried about the Sky Country as well. Seeing that in the third Great Shinobi War, the Sky Country started to take over the Elemental Nation by first going after Konoha, but with Minato, he wiped them out, caused them to retreat, just a small portion of them. But Jiraiya had heard rumors that the Sky Country was building back their forces, and now that this is going around, just imagine what is going to happen. Tsunade cursed, as all attention is being pointed towards Naruto, not his sister, just him. "What do you have to say for yourself?" Tsunade said. "I already told you. I didn't do this. And this part about my head is off the tables, because in no possible way am I going to die. So I suggest you plan for war. You probably have a lot to do." And with that, Naruto simply flashed away. Naruto made his way up to the Hokage's monument, as he sit there for some time, waiting, knowing that that thing will come to gloat. He then felt it a shift in the ground, as Black Zetsu emerged, a distance away from Naruto, knowing that the kid will try to kill him at any means necessary. "So, this is your big plan," Naruto asks. As Black Zetsu didn't say anything at first. "Framing me for destroying the hidden zone, even telling them that I'm Minato's son. Well, I must agree with you, that's quite smart. Framing me like that. Knowing that they will come after me with much more force, because of who I'm related to, the man that annihilated them in the Third Great Ninja War. I must say, you aren't as dumb as I thought. I told you what will happen if you go against me. There is still a chance to fix this now, and the only way to do that is for you to give up and come on my side to revive Mother, because once she's back, all of this would be unnecessary. So what do you say? Framing me and then asking for my help. You're quite stupid. I take back my earlier sentence. The only thing I'm planning on doing is killing you. You might be able to escape by sinking into the ground, but you will make a mistake and slip up. And I'll be there. And this Akatsuki that you're using, I'm going to annihilate each and every one of them. You know what I'm capable of, and you gone and turned me into a full-blown enemy of yourself. I wasn't going to hunt you that hard because I saw that you were nothing more than a worm, but it seems like you need to be exterminated. Naruto then looked back out to the village. Keep on popping upon me like this, and you will die quicker than sooner. And for this Akatsuki, I'll make sure you don't even get one tail beast. Well, you can keep very calm and tough under certain situations, but soon enough you will have to see the world for what it truly is. Soon enough you will see that when all of them is against you, you will have to put everything to the table. And especially your sister. Think about her. What is going to happen when they come after you? Do you really think that Snazzy will stay by your side? What if she decides to banish you from the village because of your crimes? The stone did ask for your help or risk of war. Do you think that she's going to protect one insignificant ninja? Well, you're strong, I must give you that. But you're always talking like you're above all of them. Do you think the council will side with you on this? Be smart. They're going to banish you. And once you're out on your own, you're going to want Mito to come with you. And trust me, no village would hand over their ninth tail. The ninth tail is one of the strongest beasts, and that is all your sister is. The container of that beast. You're going to want to take her by force, but they won't allow that. And then you're going to be at outs with Konoha. And once you're out on your own, he will come to see that you need people. As strong as you are, I have not seen that power that you have to rule over all. Even though you destroy an entire village, the stone was nothing compared to the stone. They will crush you under their might. You're rather stupid, you know that. You speak of this Kaguya woman a lot. I wonder, did she tell you how powerful I would become? Because it seemed like she didn't tell you one bit. Standing there, do you really think that the stone can take me on, despite them having the numbers? Naruto then got up as Zetsu backed away a great distance away from him. Running like a little coward, are you? I won't give you the chance. Underestimating you mean my death. But despite how fast you are, when it comes to Earth, I can be gone in seconds before you can even reach me. Naruto then started to walk away, not even paying Black Zetsu any mind. The day will come for you. The day when you will realize you messed with the wrong person. And bringing my sister into this. Oh, you're gonna die. And with that, Naruto simply walked off, as Black Zetsu sank down into the ground. Moments later, "What has this boy dragged us in?" said Homura, as they couldn't believe what they just heard. "What are we gonna do, Hokage-sama?" asked Koharu, as they couldn't believe it. They wanted to get on the Hokage side now because they wanted her to get rid of that boy. The boy disrespected them last time. "We know the right thing to do," said Danzo. "That boy, give him up to the wolves." "What?" said Snazzy, as Jiraiya looked at the man. Naruto had nothing to do with this. He was framed. He's been framed somehow. "And do you have any evidence of this?" asked Danzo. "Well, I don't." "Well then, you can't prove anything. And I highly doubt that the Hidden Stone is going to listen to you, or any of us." "Hokage-sama, do you want war?" Think about that question before you speak. Do you want war? Over this one, a significant boy. Despite being strong, he's more a problem than his strength. He's arrogant. He don't follow rules. Look at one of those measures. Think about it. People hear that he went off to destroy the Hidden Stone by himself. Do you think that they think that he was the one who did it? No, they think that he was sent by Konoha to destroy the village. And they're gonna think that he was sent by Konoha to destroy the Hidden Stone. We're using him because of his power. His power has already been out there now. For one bar, he's able to be able to destroy the stone. That is something abnormal. Danzo is right, said Koharu. We need to get rid of him. We need to banish him. As Tsunade looked around at other clan heads. Despite everything, the two elders are right. Things are not looking great. They can't afford to go to war right now. They are just recently recovering from the attack from the Hidden Stone. Even though some time has passed, it wasn't that long. And to go up against a great nation, even though Konoha has strong ninjas, war is not something that Tsunade wants. I can't just banish him, she said. Despite everything, he was still a Konoha shinobi. And for them to just kick out one of their own without evidence that he did any of this. You saw what he did to the stone, right? Said Homura. He wiped it out. We didn't give him anything. We didn't tell him to go and do it. But he did it on his own. Do you really think that he would take our permission to do anything that he wants? That is how this boy mindset is. He doesn't see us as the grown-up we are. He sees us as beneath him. And we need to get rid of him. Tsunade looked around the room. As she saw Tatsumi Inuzaka gave her a nod. As the woman seemed to agree with the elder. As Choza gave her a nod as well. Shibi gave a small nod. As they all know the situation right now. And they all would rather avoid war. But throwing out someone like that was that was harsh. And Konoha was supposed to back their allies. Konoha was supposed to back their people. But throwing him out like that. Tsunade, although she did not know him that long. And for another thing, what about his sister, she said. Knowing Naruto, he will not go anywhere without her. Then that is a different matter, said Danzo. The Nine Tails cannot leave the safety of Konoha out there. Even if he is strong, he cannot protect her. You'll have to let him see that while banishing him. So is this what we're voting on, asked Tsunade. As Jiraiya couldn't believe it. Haim, you're really going along with this? I don't know what else to do, she said. Jiraiya-san, said Homura. If we don't do something about this now, the other nation will come up against us. You know how hateful Oniki is towards Minato. Think about it. Do you really think he will stop if we tell him that it was a trick, that someone framed Naruto? No, his hate will just grow more, and he will come after him. You just have to think about that. He will not stop until Naruto is dead or Konoha is destroyed. Which do you prefer? Releasing one ninja or having the village being attacked? And know that the rumors has go around that he's Minato's son. The connection between him and his sister has not been made public yet. So it's just him. Many of Minato's other enemies are coming out of the woodworks. Jiraiya sighed as he thought about that. Later that day, Naruto was walking around the village, as he was currently with Mito as they just came from Ichiraku Ramen. Big brother, you didn't tell me what happened. Huh? Naruto said. Well, you went along with that Uchiha woman. She said that you need to talk to Hokage, and she said it was something serious. Did something bad happen? It's nothing for you to worry about, said Naruto. Despite everything, he was a bit restless right now. Seeing that, Black Zetsu was right. Would Konoha really stand by him? No, they wouldn't. Even though he's powerful. The Jinchuriki is what they're truly more concerned about, his sister. But for one thing, if he's leaving, he was going to bring his sister with him, no matter what. And he also knows that Sasuke is going to want to come with him as well to get training, to defeat Itachi. So kicking him out is going to be a lot of problems. And if they are going to go up against him, to force him to leave Mito behind, he is not above becoming Konoha's enemy. He thought to himself. Hey big brother, said Mito. Huh? Sorry about that, he said. Oh, it's nothing important, he said. She just wanted to talk to me about clan matters and all that stuff. Oh, okay. He hated lying to his sister, but he didn't want to make her worry. And if the case is nothing came out of this, she should be fine. He just didn't want her to worry. Oh, okay then, she said. Come on, let's go. Sasuke is waiting for us at the training field. As the both of them headed off, a few minutes later, a huge fireball could be seen tearing through the forest area. Sasuke landed as he was huffing a bit. As Naruto stepped out of the forest, "You missed," he said. "Oh, did I?" Sasuke said, as he pulled on a string. Suddenly, kunai flashed from everywhere on the trees as they came down towards Naruto. Naruto created one of those black staff as he knocked all of them away. Sasuke was upon him in seconds, as Sasuke drive his Chidori hand down straight on Naruto. Naruto twisted his body as his Chidori passed him, as he grabbed the back of Sasuke's shirt and spin Sasuke around and throw him over to a tree. Sasuke tear right through the tree with his Chidori as he smashed into another. Picking up himself, Sasuke was panting badly as he and Naruto has been going at it for some time now. As Mito was over there on the ground exhausted. Sensing something, Naruto stopped as he turned his head as Yujiro flashed beside him. "Is it the Hokage again?" Naruto asked, before she could say anything. "Yes," she said. As Naruto looked over at Sasuke. "Make sure that Mito go home safe," he said. "Huh? We're not done yet," Sasuke said. "Sorry, but the Hokage needs me." Sasuke grunted. "We will do this tomorrow." As Naruto turned and walked over to Yujiro. "Did you do something?" she asked. As Naruto looked at her. "Do what?" "I'm just asking. I don't know why, but the place feels rather tense. Like something is up. Did you do something?" "No, I didn't." "Be careful," she said. As Naruto found some tone under those words. There was something going on that she wasn't telling him. Something that might she not even know. But she was cautious. Arriving, Naruto stepped inside. Something was wrong. The moment he stepped inside, he felt it. All eyes were on him. He was brought straight to the council room. Jiraiya was in the room, and Yujiro stepped in as well. As many other envoys were in the room, in the corner. All of them looking at him. Tsunade had a stern look on her face, not showing any emotion. As Naruto noticed the two elders seemed to be a bit happy than usual. Wondering what is going on. Tsunade just looked at him. "What is going on?" Naruto asked. As he could tell that something was wrong. It was seals. He looked around as he could feel seals surrounding the entire place. At a moment he noticed they will be activated. He didn't say anything though. As he turned and faced Tsunade fully. "Recent information has led us to make a choice." "I'm sorry, Naruto," she said. "We can't afford a war. We cannot afford a war with the Hidden Stone right now. Despite everything, I'm truly sorry. But we will have to banish you from the village." A silence took over the room. Yujiro clenched her face as she knew that something was wrong. But how could they do this? How could they banish him from the village? This was just not right. And what exactly did he do? A whole minute passed as Naruto didn't say anything. He turned and looked towards the elders who were just looking back at him. "I guess that thing was right," he thought to himself. "But if they are going to banish me, I never liked this village anyway," Naruto said. As the two elders frowned at him, Danto merely kept an eye on the boy. "But there is going to be a problem," Naruto said. "You see, Mito wants to become Hokage." As Naruto stopped right there for a second. "And what does that mean?" asked Miura. "And you really think that we will allow her to become Hokage?" said Koharu. "Watch the way you speak when you're talking about my sister," said Naruto. As he then turned back to Tsunade. "No, Hokage. Mito wants to become Hokage. What are we gonna do about this?" As Tsunade looked at him confused, not understanding what he was talking about, Jiraiya quickly gained what Naruto was saying. He's saying that if he's going to leave, he's taking Mito with him, and she wants to become Hokage, so what are you gonna do about the situation? Tsunade looked at him knowing that this wasn't going to be easy. "I'm afraid that you can't take her, Naruto. She has to remain in the village." As Naruto looked around at all of them, "And I suggest all of you agree with that idea as well." "Of course we do," said Koharu. "Despite that girl being something dangerous, she is still needed in this village for use." A cold shiver went down everyone's spine as they felt the temperature in the room drop. As Naruto turned towards Koharu, his eyes met with hers. From the moment I got in here, from the moment we met eye to eye, you speak about my sister like she's a thing. And I told you to watch your mouth several times over, but it seems that you won't listen. Perhaps I must show you why you should shut that old trap of yours. Jiraiya's eyes went wide, seeing what Naruto was about to do. But guys, I'm gonna end this episode right here. If you want the next part of this, already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But I'm out for now, guys. See you guys soon. Peace.